Hello folks, it's Untitled Rao. I am going to speak about the yearly forecasts today. I'm going to go over some trends for 2019, and then I will also give you a general overview of your sign. Remember, this is a general forecast for each sign, and I would advise that you listen to both your moon sign as well as your rising sign. And again, this is according to the sidereal and not the tropical calculation. So please check your sidereal sign for this. So the big question is, as usual, should you see the transit from the ascendant or should you see it from the moon? Now remember, ascendant stands for the intellect. It stands for your personality, your intelligence. So the effects that you experience are going to be visible and can be seen by everyone. Whereas the moon, everything is happening at the mental and the emotional level. So it will be more hidden, more personal, more internal, and sometimes more painful. So it may not be visible to the world as it can be shielded by you. Now, what your dasha will promise is going to take precedence and priority over any of the transits. So, for instance, if you are in the Saturn dasha, then I would place more emphasis on the Saturn transit and see how it impacts you and your life. Now, of course, the biggest news this year is the movement of Rahu and Ketu. Rahu has suffered for the past 3 years in Cancer and Leo, as well as I would say Ketu as well, because they were transiting through their enemy signs. Both the Sun and Moon are the node's biggest enemies. And Rahu will finally leave on March the 23rd to go into Gemini, a sign where it does exceptionally well. And it's very comfortable here. This will bring a relief in policies related to immigration, international trade, foreign deals, all Rahu related matters. And Ketu, of course, is going into the sign of Sagittarius, which is Jupiter's sign. A really beautiful place for Ketu, and it does very well there. Of course, we have Saturn here as well, and in fact we all know that there will be a big Saturn and Ketu conjunction coming up in 2019. The months to really watch for are July, August and September, although I would say keep a watchful eye from the months of anywhere from May till October. But the summer months will be the most intense, and you will really feel it then. Another period to be watchful for this year is the period between June the 2nd and June the 16th, as we have a Mars-Rahu conjunction then, which is a very, very close conjunction, particularly given the fact that there will also be at the same time the opposition, the exact opposition, in fact, between Mars and Saturn on June the 14th. Most important retrograde this year is that of Saturn from late April till mid-September, because this will directly impact the Ketu and Saturn conjunction. Dual signs are going to experience the most dramatic changes this year. The dual signs, of course, are Gemini, Pisces, Virgo, and Sagittarius. So if you have your Sun, Moon, or even your Ascendant in any of these signs, then you're going to really feel the impact this year, and there will be a lot of changes coming your way. So what is happening for Scorpio? For Scorpio, the year will be expansive as Jupiter is in your sign and will remain there till November. So Jupiter continues to move through your first house, which is of course a great position because Jupiter gets Digbala there, meaning directional strength, making you feel very positive. It's a great time to get married as it directly aspects your 7th house. It's a great time to start a new business. A great time to travel to foreign places. If you want to make up relationships that have been damaged in the past, then a fantastic time to do that. For 3 weeks in late March, Jupiter will go into Sagittarius. So you will continue to feel the blessings and windfalls from Jupiter's placement in your 2nd house. You may get sudden windfalls and inheritance either through your family or your spouse. Saturn remains in your 2nd house all year, so you are in the last phase of Sati. Great news. But this does cause the mind to wander somewhat, and so I would say keep a watchful eye on your relationships with your family and your spouse. With Jupiter's blessings, it should be easier to do that. You also need to manage your time well and balance your personal and professional life. Now, Ketu joins Saturn in March, which is of course big news for 2019. So this may create some conflict with others and may also put a little bit of a dent on your finances. Again, like with every sign, the period to be particularly watchful for is between May till mid-September, because the conjunction will be very, very close at that time. So be cautious, avoid big changes, and avoid making big decisions at that time. The big news is Rahu moving into your 8th house in March. Now this period could bring a number of changes. It's a time of transformation and metamorphosis. You could change your job, you could change your residence, you could simply redefine some aspect of your life that has been outdated for a while. Change is good, but it's also good not to make changes purely out of a sense of urgency, which is what Rahu compels you to do. Due to the sheer restlessness of Rahu and its nature. So I would say take your time, pay attention to your intuition, and then take action, because you still may very well want to take action, but reflecting on it first will go a long way. In this position, Rahu aspects your 4th house of home and your 12th house of seclusion. So these areas will get a boost, bringing opportunities for spiritual retreat, moving abroad, changing residence. Overall, it's a good year for you, Scorpio. I would say just be watchful for the summer months, especially if you are in Saturn or Ketu Dasha. Have a good one.